All right. Well, now we talked about some things that people can do differently. How about if we try it out a little bit? I'd like to get a couple of people to role play. So you guys get to get up and stretch and do some acting. Here's the situation. Maybe two people can come up and one person will try to pressure, make that other person want to drink because they're drinking or smoke because they're smoking. How does that sound? Can we give it a try? Maybe two people, volunteers? And you guys can work out maybe a little situation that you have. Two people? We can do similar role plays to what we did before.
Okay. The same people?
You can, or is anybody new? Does anybody else want to try? Do you guys want to try?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Okay, we've got one volunteer. We just need one more. One more. Who's it going to be?
Oh, what the heck?
Okay. All right. You guys, you're used to doing this kind of stuff. So. Getting picked up to do.
So what are we doing?
So come on up here, and I'm going to get out of your way. I want you guys to think about a situation. What would be a situation where you might, be hanging out together and, first of all, who's going to be the pressure? Who's going to be, trying to get somebody else to do something?
Well, the pressure.
Okay, so you're going to be resisting. You're going to be thinking of strategies to maybe for this time, I don't want to do this. So do you want a bottle? Is that it? Will that work for you? Can we use your water bottle? Okay, all right. So what's the situation? Tell me. Where are you guys?
We're at a party and
Okay.
Wally's coming in and we're all drinking.
Okay, so you guys are a party, you're coming. And you guys know each other?
Yeah, we know each other.
You know, okay. So we set the scene already. All right, action. Go when you're ready.
Hey, Wally, how
Hey,
you doing,
man?
man? Glad to see you made it.
See you again, man.
No, here you
Thanks
go.
for inviting me. Oh, what's that right there?
This is it. Just a little bit of beer, man. Just a little bit of beer.
I don't like beer, though. Beer's nasty, man.
You gotta try it, man. This is
You got
different.
some
This is
apple
different.
juice in
It's
there?
different. Hey, man. You grown now, man.
That's nasty, though.
Put that apple juice down, man.
I can't stomach that, man. You don't have me throwing up all over your mom's screen.
This is the good stuff. You was drinking the bad stuff. This is the good stuff right here.
I'm trying to tell you, I'll earl that everywhere, though.
Not this.
I will.
Look at all these people over here. That's what Tommy told me too.
So let's just wait a little bit. Maybe later I'll take a drink or two, man. But right now, I just got here. Let me feel the groove out real quick.
You relax though. I hope you relax.
I'm good now, man. Don't I look relaxed? I got some sweats on and stuff.
All right, I'll get you next time.
Cool.
All right.
I'm in.
All right.
All right, that's a good job, you guys. You guys did great. So, Wally, how did that feel, being pressured?
I don't know, man. It felt like
You just walked in.
Yeah, you just trying to sell salt to a slug.
Okay, and how did that feel being the person to the pressure?
In one way, I guess, in such a situation as that, so you feel, as maybe a teenager, you think you're doing them a favor. Some certain teams, I guess, you feel they're doing them a favor, but
That's a good point.
trying to make them part of it.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be the outsider.
Right.
And so I guess in that role,
Yeah.
sometimes they can feel that they're, doing them a favor. But as a friend, you don't want to make them do something you don't want them to do. So.
Wow. So what you're saying is there's this conflict, kind of on the one hand, you really want to include them and
Right.
make them feel comfortable because they're your friend. On the other hand, you're feeling kind of awkward because they're saying they don't want to do something and you're in
Right.
that position to force them.
Right.
Yeah. So you guys, the rest of you who watched it, I really liked, Wally, what you said. You said, oh, I'm going to hurl all over you, or something. So you're bringing up something really visceral, that's something that, might matter to people in that room, because I don't.
Mom's house will get messed up.
That's right. You're in a house and something's going to happen. So that was a really great response because it was really specific to the way, to something that could happen to you, and it could happen to other people. What do you guys think? What about, some of the responses there and some of the strategies that were used? What do you guys think worked there?
I think it was good that Wally delayed. Because 9 times out of 10, if he's already offering him alcohol at the door, then he'll be messed up by the time he realizes that Wally didn't take a drink later. So.
Oh, that's an interesting take on this. So Because, I was going to bring that up too. What do you guys think about saying, maybe later, or not now? And so on the one hand, some people might say, I'm gonna definitely get in trouble because at some point they're gonna be coming back to me. But you're thinking that wouldn't happen necessarily. It's more realistic.
Yeah, well, I just feel like if he's offering him already at the door and he's already drinking, then he'll be too messed up to remember. And even by then, he could have a drink inside that could possibly be juice, and he'll be like, "Oh, I got it, I'm good." So.
Okay, cool. That could work for many situations, especially with smaller groups or friends, or even larger groups, because you get kind of blend in with somebody else. So.
And then in a way, it kind of lets the person off that's offering it, because that person, okay, well, he's gonna try it later,
Right.
and so they don't feel like he just told me no.
Yeah.
So it's kind of all right, I'll catch you later.
Yeah.
So it's still intact, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, and it sounds like it's still friendly.
Yeah.
You're still being kind of respectful to your friend. But so, it might work in some situations. In other situations, you might get yourself into trouble because then you're going to have to say something the second time around. You got to think of something different. What other things could you say in a situation like that? What are some other strategies that you guys could come up with in a situation?
No.
No.
Yeah, I could have just been like, just completely blew him off and just, focus my attention some other way and walk off.
Yeah.
And you can do just like the Dare commercial. Just say no.
How do you think that would work?
Worked fine for me. I said it will.
So for some people, it works for them. For others, it may not work as well because you want to have some more reasons. What are some other reasons besides just no? Your friends might want to keep telling you something. Maybe your friends, Jason, but you never know. What are some other things besides just saying no?
A lot of times people say they're allergic to food when they don't like it and they don't want to eat it. So you could just be like, well, that product, I'm allergic to it, gets me sick or whatever. And that's like, nobody wants to, have something bad happen. So.
That could work.
You can use a fake personal story. Say my dad gave it to me last week and I just didn't like it and I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, so you guys are coming up with some other things that you can even use. These are great strategies. There are reasons that you can give that don't have to do anything with like whether you have an allergy or not. But I think that's great. If somebody said something like, maybe I'll just leave, that could be a strategy unless you need a ride, right? So, or something like that, because you guys are driving. And so, you got to think about like, wait, is that realistic? Is that going to really help me get out of this situation that I want to get out of? Because it's your choice, so you're thinking about these things ahead of time.